Hey guys, it's Lisa and I'm here at the skate park again. And I'm here with my iPad and my pencil, and I'm going to walk you through some lettering and some vectorizing and some fun things that I've been teaching myself and getting to know some programs. So hopefully you can get some stuff from this and practice on your own. Let me find a good spot to do this in. It's kind of sunny here, and it doesn't look too good on the iPad, but find a spot and then we'll get going. All right, so first things first, it's kind of chilly. I'm really cold actually, and this Apple Pencil, although it was great at first, it's like pressure sensitivity. I don't know what the deal is. There we go. It's starting to work. Why won't it pick up the color? I think I'm gonna call them and try to get it replaced. Oh my gosh, the wind now started to blow. Okay, we'll see how long I can do this. So Apple Pencil, start working, please. Thank you. I am actually going to be using Artist Essentials. This is an Abby Uproot. Oh, sorry for kicking that. This is an Abby Uproot brush set. That's just the essentials for what any painter on Procreate needs. She has a bunch of watercolor brushes in there, some paint brushes, some pencil brushes, and some oil pastels, crayon, soft crayon, charcoal brushes, smudgers. Beautiful stuff. And I'm going to use her pencil, sketch pencil, to sketch out my design. I should have brought my gloves. All right, so I want to have an inspirational quote. I don't know. Let's see. There's "You can do it. You can do it." But I kind of want to be sassy. Keep doing that thing. You're almost there. Keep going. Oh my gosh. Okay, keep going. I like it. So brainstorming is great. Just start writing stuff that comes to your brain. Let's do keep going. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of want keep to be going up, and then maybe going. Keep going. Meh. All right, what's another one we can do? We can go some letter builders. Let's see, grid builders. Yeah, layouts. They're all I just never use those. Okay, illustration grids. Ooh, and we can do a drawing with it. Keep going. And even I don't like using the whole thing. You can just put these things in here. Holy crap, it's cold. Fit to canvas. Let's scrunch it down. Oh my god. Yep, I'm not gonna last. My hands are freezing. See, I just want to keep that. And really, I guess I can use the grid builder has something similar. One, and then double it. Move it down. Okay, so fuck that. Merge down. Make it bigger. we're gonna keep going, even though it's super cold out here. Okay. Oh. I have a favorite brush by iPad Letterings. Karen, is that her name? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. I can't feel my hand. See, the brush does that. I hate this stupid thing. This is not good. This pencil. Okay, yep. The wind picked up. I don't think I'm gonna keep going much longer. This is just my rough draft. Keep going. Alright, I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna go somewhere else. Alright, so we're gonna keep going, but we're gonna keep going in my car because it is warmer in here. Oh my gosh, my hands are so cold. We have a little bit of light coming in, but it shouldn't be that big a deal. No, it doesn't affect much. Alright, so we're gonna keep going. So what I usually do is letter it first with my handy dandy brush, and then I like to lower the opacity. And for some reason, the brush's sensitivity level, this lovely little pencil here, is slowly going down. So I'm giving Apple a call to figure out what the deal is. Sometimes when I reattach it for a second, it starts working better. So I don't know if it's just a connection issue or what. All right, so what I can do for this is actually, let's take it, we're gonna take it into a vectorizing program, and we're gonna do that by going to the wrench, click on add and say copy canvas. And then if we go to, let's say, I have a Vectornator or I have Affinity Designer. Vectornator for me has been actually a little bit easier to use. So you can see the one I just did. So I'm gonna go and open a new document. And let's see, does it have from copy? No, let's just custom size. I like a height and a width of 3000. And then we're gonna create. Then you have to tap on it. All right, so now I am going to paste what I had copied just by tapping the little clipboard. Pretty nifty. All right, so now I'm going to go to this layers panel, and that'll show me all the layers that I have. I am going to make a new layer above it, and I'm going to change the opacity of this one just by coming down here and moving that opacity down. 30% is good. And then I'm gonna lock it so it's not gonna go anywhere. And then I'm gonna tap on the new layer, and then I'm gonna tap on my pen tool. Then I'm gonna tap on my paintbrush and make sure my fill is off and my stroke is on and it's set at like 1 point. You can do a little bit thicker if you want to. And then we're gonna zoom in and we're gonna start drawing our letter. Sometimes if I shake the pencil, it thinks I tapped it. Did not tap the pencil. Okay. Now, I'm gonna just start mapping out my letter. And I just start kind of on this corner and make the Bezier handles come out just by dragging my pencil. Why is it? Okay. It doesn't like the palm rejection. Let's see in settings. Ooh, I kind of like that. No, I don't want to keep undoing things. All right. Draw only with pencil. Turn that on if you don't want your hand drawing stuff. For sure, because now I can't make any points. But if I turn that off, that's so annoying to me. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Turn that on. Let's see if that helps with the palm rejection thing. Yes. Okay. So now I'm just going to go around and kind of trace my letter. But I'm going to trace it in strokes. I'm not going to trace this whole thing around here. I'm going to trace like this downstroke here. And I'm going to try to do as few points as possible. So maybe like right there, right there. There. Nope. And you can take away and put back the Bezier handles if you want them to be a different length. Don't like the way that looks. So let's double tap, two finger tap, which undoes everything. Back here. And now it's wanting to go back to the previous tool I was using. So let's do that. Now we have to tap. I have to have this selected. Go into the pen tool, and then I can re-tap that. There we go. Much better. And there's one stroke. And then I'm going to do my upstroke here, or downstroke. So I'm going to start inside the K because I know it's going to intersect. And then I can come, see that delayed response? Ugh, pencil. And then close it off. And then I'm going to come here. Nope, I want to come here first. Now getting to know the pen tool takes some time. And it takes some trial and error and just using it, really. It confused me so much until I just finally just started using it. And then I was like, okay, I got it. Because I would start one way and then I'd go the opposite way and it would be like, no. So if you are using the pen tool, here's what I learned. And you drag it to the right, your Bezier handle off, then you need to go to the right. Because if you start trying to then put another point to the left, see how it curves around? You don't want that. You want it to go with the letter, or you want it to go with the letter here. So if I were to drop the point and pull to the left, then it's telling the cursor, the point to go this way. And so now it'll follow the shape of the letter. And I can still follow this around this way. And then also, if you curve it a little bit off, you can drag your Bezier handles and not have to make so many points. The more points you make, the more it leaves room for error. But sometimes you don't want the handles to be that long. But when you go in and you tap the point that you just dropped, you take away one of those handles, and then you can make a corner, basically. Makes it super handy. And then also what you can do is then grab, when it reacts better, you can come in, if you take away one of the Bezier handles, you can bring it back, but not as long as maybe you thought you wanted it. Bring that here. And I don't want my handles to extend past each other. So that's why I'm kind of avoiding doing something like having the handle go way far. I can't see that. There we go. I remove the handle, make a corner, and then I can start with my curves again. So see if my handles, I gotta switch to that. If my handles extend past each other, it starts looking funny. So what I can do here, like let's say I want this point to be more here, and then this one, not sure it even needs to exist, or maybe it needs to exist. No, I'm gonna take this one away, and I can remove points just by hitting the trash can, not too many times, just once. And then that way I can then play with my handles here. Oh, look at that. Much nicer without so many. So the more points you have, the more room for error you have, basically. And look at this lovely E. I can come over here and go to my layers. Maybe go to the paintbrush first. Turn on the fill so I can see it. Turn off the stroke. Now I can see the E. It's right here. I'm going to duplicate this E and just move it over. So I can push the duplicate button. Oh wait, hang on. I need to have it in selection mode, not direct select. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate and paste and then move over. Yes. So then I don't have to do but one E. Look at that. And then I can come in with my K. I can also, was there an easy way? Yeah, take the eyedropper and then tap on this. So when you select something, it'll just flip that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to my selection tool and I'm gonna select both of these guys, go to my eyedropper, and then just tap the E and it turns it black without an outline. So nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue doing this and probably speed up the film. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe not. I said I wouldn't speed it up. Okay, well, I'll just keep going. Bezier handle. And see, if you have a fill on while you're doing it, which is I'm kind of glad this happened. It's kind of hard to see where you're going. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah. But I like to work with the fill off and the stroke on, so I can feel like I'm being more accurate. Just what you're used to. This is what I'm used to. Okay, so back to my pen tool. Do it here. Oh, come on. Then I can just change the stroke that there. Okay, yes. And then here. Ooh, that. See, if you mess up like that, just leave it alone for a minute. Keep going. And come back and fix it later. That's what's great about vectors. Just get the dots plotted. Okay, see how that's one stroke? Now it's, oops, I need to switch to my direct select. So this helps you select the nodes, and this helps you select just the whole thing. So I just want to select the nodes. And then I'm going to shrink that down. And just go ahead and adjust these. It doesn't have to fit exactly with what you drew. It's got to be the better version, right? This is where you can tweak it. And if you like what you drew, you follow it. If not, you tweak it till it's perfect. And then I can make it black. Super easy like. Okay, so do you see how this E kind of stops? What I can do is just move this over. Or I could extend the E, but I want to move the P over so that this space here is kind of similar to this space, which is kind of similar to this space. So I could always move this a little bit around to keep my kerning doing a good job. All right, so let's move on to the going. And if you want to make a new layer at this point, you can, or you can keep it on the same layer. You could also go in, select all of these, and group them together by going to the paintbrush, going to arrange, and just tapping this button under group. This makes them into one group, so now they act as one object. And then I can go back to my layers, and then I can continue drawing with my pen tool. Pen tools, man, and when you master the pen tool, you can master vectors. It's great. So I'm going to drag this, and I'm going to go back in and make sure fill is off and my stroke is on. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Alrighty. And I like that Vectornator, their hand gestures are very similar to Procreate. I think what I'm going to do here for the G is just... Oh, my dad is mean. I wonder if he... Anyways. Alright, fun things you hear at the skate park. I'm going to do that. And just keep these kind of separate strokes. Separate strokes for other folks. Yeah. Before I go, I'm going to fix some things here. Oh, I love vectors. Okay, that looks good so far. And then if I need to start a new line, I can just start drawing. And if it's confusing, just press the X button and it deselects everything. So then you can start by drawing another stroke. Yep. think that'll look fine. And then I'm just gonna guess. See how they're not connected and you kind of mess with everything. If you were to draw this all the way around, it would be really harder to adjust things. So let us turn these all black and let's see how it looks. It looks pretty good. This is kind of on the thick side. So what I can do is come in and adjust it. Yeah, I kind of like that. There we go. Keep going. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, if you want to get rid of that menu, all you have to do is just tap on it again. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, so see how it all just is one stroke? It makes it so much easier to fix, because if you had traced just the inside and just the outside, you'd have to combine them together and do all this stuff. And then when you'd want to adjust it, you'd have to adjust it like here and here. But if it's just one stroke, you can kind of move this around and adjust it all the way through. So much easier on these vectors. And vectors, oh my God, just takes a lot of tweaking forever. And then, let's see. That looks pretty good. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. I don't like how thick that is there. So I'm gonna add a point just by touching the line, and it'll give me a point. And then if I want to get rid of a point, I can do that, but I want a point there. So okay, I like that a little better. I think this is the one thing I like about an iPad, is you can work in a tight spot like this and stay in one spot and move your paper around and zoom in That's the best, right? Better than all the rest. Now let's say I wanted to make that a circle. Beauty of working with vectors is you got shapes. You can just make them. And if you want to make it a perfect circle, you put a finger down. Just like in Procreate. Whoops. Go back to this. Alrighty. You see how when I plot something and I'm like, well, yep, that doesn't go there. Then I just find a new angle. Okay, so now we come to an overlap. This is a cool way to take care of it. It's these little carrots. This is what I learned from Jessica Hish. And then you just make a little triangle and you do this. So when you need to adjust things, once again with that, it's so much easier, so you don't have to keep adjusting this. It's like adjusting the stroke. It's so nice. Oh my god, that's such a cool trick. Love it. So, carrots, definitely. Eat your veggies. And oh my gosh, is this almost the last stroke? And then this guy, let's see. Nope, I'm gonna come here and come here. Kind of come up on the highest point and then down to like the lowest point. And let's see if we can get this guy. All right. And then all I'm gonna do is highlight all the ones I just did and tap on my eyedropper and on this. Oops. Tap off. And then we can stop. We don't have to keep going anymore. We just did some vectorizing together. I'm going to group. Yeah, I'm gonna group these guys. I'm gonna click on this little plus button and it'll let me, ooh, no, thought it would. I think it's this one where you can add to the selection. Which one is it? Yes, okay, so I have to tap, not drag. And I just want to select everything that's with going. And let's see if this works. If I got it all. And then if I move it. See, I missed that thing. Okay. Oh, look, it's multiplying. Okay, backtrack. Tap, tap, tap. Now let's group. Is it still multiplying? Oh, it's already multiplied. Okay. What did it do? What did it do? Where's my groups? Holy majoli, I made a ton of, that's how you, okay. So let's delete that. This is my group. I'm gonna lock it. Okay, can't do anything with that, but, oh, and then this one. Just want that one to be locked as well. Okay, so now, if I select everything, ooh, except the keep, I need to lock that one. And then, I can just trash that. Okay, yay, now my layers are a little bit better. Okay, if I unlock this and just move them into center, then I can turn off this layer. Yes. So now I have this keep going, and you know, it's not perfect. In fact, I might move this down. What if I kept that going? Oh, looks terrible. Okay. So there, I'm gonna move going up, just kind of condense it down more. And then this is the cool part about having vectors, is you can make it bigger or smaller, but it's also the fun things you can do with them. Now, I'm not sure what Vectorinator has that you can do with them. Like, the effects are not much. But what I can do is export this PNG. This is what I did before. I'm gonna scale it up quite a bit. And let's keep going. And then I'm going to save it. Save it. And then I can go into Affinity Designer. We could have done all this in Affinity Designer too, but I'm still learning that. So let's go make a new document. Tap, tap. I want to get in the numbers. There we go. Pixels, 3000. DPI, let's do 300, but whatever. Okay, transparent background. Let's go to place image from my photos. Let's keep going. You just tap and drag and it places it right in there. And then I have it to snap. All right, now let's deal with some magic here. we have this selected, and so we're gonna go ahead and add some styles to it, and I'll show you like craziness. And then you can go in and we can play with all of these, because when you go back to the layer effects menu, it shows you what's on. And all you do is tap on that, like that inner glow, that color. I'm not sure I like that. So if we kind of play around with it, we can make it white. We can change the sliders. Okay. You can change the origin. You can change the blend mode. You can change the intensity. Let's just do it all the way up. And then it's all white inside. Or we could change the color to something else. I think we need something else to be able to see the details, huh? Keep going feels like a turquoise word. We can do gradient overlays too, so don't worry about it. Okay, so maybe not that intense. You can play around with the blend modes. It takes a minute for them all to load, but let's just go with normal for now. Then let's see here, we have the outline, and that color is this crazy gold color, which we can come in and change. I feel like a monochromatic type of day. Okay, keeping it in the blues family. So maybe analogous would be a better word, because it's right here on the spectrum. And then you can have the fill style, change that. Gradient, there's gradient, solid color. This is changing the outline right here. Contour, ooh, fancy. And then if we go, we can play with like the radius, how big it is. Oh my God, we keep going. That's how people make these perfect outlines. Ginormous. That'd be kind of cool, like, you know, for a sticker. Designing a sticker. Where it's, oh, there we go. Okay, I like that. And the other side of the color needs to change. Because it is a gradient. No, it needs to be dark. About black? Too dark. Too dark, too dark. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of an Adventure Time episode when Cinnamon Bun was trying to sleep and he didn't like the dark, and not Peppermint, Princess Bubblegum came in and said, you know, you need to sleep. And, oh, there's more menus here. You need to sleep. Oh my God, look at this profile. And he was like, I don't like the dark. She's like, well, you need to go in the dark basically. And he did not like that. And so anyways, he got a nightlight. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Okay, so just playing with where the highlights hit, I guess. Ambient light. Shininess. You can make it super shiny. Diffusing. Okay. Oh man, this looks terrible. Okay. You can have another light source. And elevate the surface. And that just means making it a little lighter. You can duplicate your light sources. You can delete them. You got it. And then bevel and emboss. It's on. So, weird. Oh, that's so cool. Pillow. Emboss. Outer. So it's embossing the outside. You can change the depth, the radius, the elevation. Whoops. You can soften it. Azimuth. And then, oh, color. Oh, color. You haunt me like a warm summer day. Let's do green. And like a dark blue there. Okay. Gradient. It does have a gradient overlay. If we turn that off, we can see what it's like without it. We can't even tell. It's because of this dang inner glow. Oh, that black in there is just terrible. What can we do? So anyways, if we don't like that, let's just go back to styles and you can start over and just play around and look through all of these. And then you can kind of play with making it unique, making it your own, because some of these are terrible. So yeah, I think that's gonna conclude. Oh, I guess I can show you how to export real quick. Real easy. Export. You can choose what you want to export it as. If you want a white background, choose JPEG. And then you can give it a file name here. Keep going. And then you can change the quality. And then it's generating the export. You say okay, and then you have to choose somewhere on your iCloud drive. And I just have something that I put everything in. So it goes in there, and then I can pull that up in my files. Keep going. And then there it is. So if I wanted to, I could pull it back into Procreate real easily just by pulling it over from my files here, dropping it down, and there it is. Let's reset. There's my keep going. It's kind of cool. From this to this, all with vectors. All right, that's it for now. See ya next week, I guess. Or maybe the week after. I don't know. I guess we'll see when I can fit one of these in again. All right, talk to you soon. Leave any questions or comments or anything that you might have, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Bye.